everybody, today I'm going to share with you my finds of the day. These all came from the same place, the second use building material place. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start off with this white box here. Nothing too special about it. It says it's $1. Go ahead and open it up. Let's see what's inside. And definitely some type of CFL. It's definitely yellowed. Oh, it's one of these, yes. The 12 volt DC 5 watt CFLs. If I remember correctly, I remember reading about these on Lighting Gallery or somewhere, and they came with a kit from Harbor Freight, some type of 12 volt solar panel, something, I don't really remember, some type of kit. So that's probably where this one came from. The cover does come off. As you can see, we have our tubes inside. They're about the same height as a 5 watt PL bulb, but of course two of them next to each other, so more like a 9 watt PL bulb with the dual U-shaped tubes. You can see down in there we have the threads, and it looks like this could come out, but I couldn't get it to come out by twisting it. So we'll just leave it like it is. I'm sure it's daylight of some type. I'm guessing here they're saying that the center contact is positive and the outside is negative. That's what I would assume as well. And it looks like a miniature, one of those Philips SL series bulbs, so that's pretty neat. Oh, I was having a really hard time getting that back on. So there's that. We'll have a separate video of that. I'll get an adapter to hook up to a socket, and we'll try it out sometime. So the next things are all Osram. They had a whole bunch of different older Osram bulbs. So we'll start with these two here. These are Osram Halo Star Halogen bulbs, made in Germany. One is 12 volt 20 watt and the other one is 6 volt 10 watt, but the bulbs are actually swapped in their packages, I realized when I was looking at these. We'll go ahead and take a look at this one, because this is the 20 watt one. I noticed after I got it that it's broken. But as you can see, it's a standard halogen style bulb in a metal reflector. So you can see around the edge, Osram 12 volt 20 watt. And supposedly there in the middle you can see the little filament in the halogen bulb. Not sure what these would be used for, but I thought it was unique. These were all 50 cents. All these Osram bulbs. So put that back in there for the moment. And here's the other one. This one is intact. There's not a glass cover over it, so you can touch the bare bulb, which obviously you don't want to do with halogen bulbs. So again, around the outside you can see Osram. It's model number, I assume, 6 volt 10 watt. And again, you can see an even smaller filament in there of the halogen bulb. Pretty cool. Very thin little flood or spotlight. Neat. Put it back in its cardboard piece here. Yeah, not sure what those are used for. Probably, well, it says for special effects lighting. So maybe within some type of special effects fixture. Okay, here we have two 7 watt Dulux PL bulbs. They are both 2700K. From what I'm assuming, they're stuck together. I don't know if they're glued together or what. Actually, this one doesn't say. But this one says it's 2700K. This one says made in the USA. This one says made in Germany. So we'll take a look at both of them. Let's go ahead and take a look at the German-made one. So there we have it. Very nice. That RB2 must be some type of date code. Put that back in its box here. And we'll open up the other one. Well, this one's open the wrong way. This one also says Germany. RN6 is its, my guess of date code. Interesting that it says made in the USA, but it is definitely Germany, because it says so on the bulb. So some very nice old PL bulbs. As you can see, they're like stuck together somehow. I don't know if glue or something got on there. And there's about the starter. Well, this one is Dulux S, and this one's just Dulux. It's maybe two different generations here stuck together. Set that aside because these next Osram bulbs are pretty unique. Here we have what would be a standard halogen type configuration for here in the US, but I believe this style is very common in European countries. I'm not entirely sure what type of socket this would be called, but it's probably here in its model number of this bulb. I just have no idea. So this one is Warm White Deluxe. It's 70 watt metal halide. At least I'm assuming it's metal halide. It looks like it. Manufactured March of 1984. Maybe that's its date code for this type of bulb. That's really old for a metal halide bulb, especially to be new old stock. So let's take it out. It's its own little protective case here. Do our best to open it and not touch it. There we go. We'll touch the ceramic end here. We have instructions. Slide those off, and there you can see the bulb itself. I believe it's brand new. It just looks quite dark there in the middle. You can see the Osram logo and all of its information, made in Germany. Pretty cool. I have a Sylvania version of this I picked up a while ago at a different restore. Definitely a different construction here versus the newer one. Slide this back over it and put it back in its little protective case here. Very nice. And we will move right on up with a 250 watt version. This one is Deluxe White. It's in a bigger box. This one says February of 1984, QB2. Suppose if you want to read any of that, you can go right ahead. Shows you what degrees it can be operated in. So it doesn't want to be up and down, essentially. Let's take it out of its packaging here. And here we can see the bulb itself. Very interesting contacts here on the end. I suppose there's a special socket for that. Again, you can see the etch. What does it say? Power Star? Interesting. I'll set that back in its container. Yes, this makes me think of European floodlights. Very much so. Here we have yet another. This one is Daylight Deluxe. It is also 250 watt. Something has had fun chewing on it. May of 1984, QB5. So we'll take it out the end that the mouse has had fun with. Again, same style bulb, just a different color of light output. We'll open it up for you here. Very unique construction. We'll put it back in its container because it's very similar to the one that I just shared with you. And finally, we have a 400 watt version. This one is Daylight Deluxe. Same size packaging as the 250 watt version. This is February of 1984. Pretty cool. We'll take it out of its package here. Again, much bigger. This one, it looks like the seal at the end is just broken, so pull it out. We have instructions on installing, I am sure. Slide that off so we can get a closer look at the bulb itself. I suppose we should compare this to a standard incandescent bulb, and I should have been more prepared. Let me grab one here so we can compare it. You can get an idea of the size. There's a standard 60 watt incandescent. And just because I have it nearby, here's an F4 T5 fluorescent tube. Very nice, clean etch. This one says QB2. Let's see if that's what it did say. Yep, that's what it says there. Pretty unique. Again, probably a much older design for metal halide. At least I'm assuming it's metal halide. Doesn't mention anything really about it. I mean, we have some information on the box, but I haven't really done any research. I just brought these back and thought I'd make a video of it for all of you. Slide it back in its container. And there's the information again. HQITS. I'll have to look that up. We'll set that aside and move these items out of the way. Okay, on to some little fixtures. I picked up this thing. I'm not sure if it is used with a, if it was supposed to be used on a lamp, or if you can just use it on the wall. But it's a little wall sconce with a pretty standard socket for a desk lamp. You can see someone just had it wired up. Maybe, just have the wire sticking through the wall before they had electrical boxes and all that kind of stuff. The socket does look newer than what the fixture itself is. It's not much of a fixture. It kind of just holds a socket. I would assume the original socket would be even or flush with the top here, but this one sticks out because it's a replacement. Well, you can't really get good lighting in there. But the reason I picked this up is we have a wall in the living room area that doesn't have a light, and it's kind of dark there, and I was looking for some type of simple sconce light to put on the wall, and this is as simple as it gets. It's quite heavy, and it does have a notch here at the bottom to put a cord through, so I'm going to get a cord, wire it up, and put it through the notch and screw it to the wall. I'll put some type of decorative vintage Edison style bulb in there, probably an actual incandescent, and yeah, so that'll work really well for what I need it for. And finally, they had a whole bunch of clip lamps, and I decided to pick up this one because it's a slightly older one. I really like these older work light clip lamps. It has a sticker on it here that's in really good condition. You see the old Leviton socket made in USA. I have not tried it out. Again, just got these things home and wanted to make a video for all of you. And there's the Underwriter's Laboratory sticker. We have a non-polarized plug, and there's a logo on it. There you go, for the best that I can see it. So that is, well, pretty much it. We got some interesting metal halide bulbs, some little halogens, a little tiny wall sconce thing, and some PL bulbs. I believe that is it. I really do hope you enjoyed this, well, quite lengthy video. Also, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.